Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kadash, double honor to the apostles, others, a great millstone. The salutation of brothers pushing his word and truth and sincerity and with charity, and risking lives and freedom to do so. This brother, young guy, coming to the great millstone, Chicago camp, coming at you with a lesson, low and edifying. Just a quick lesson. When you come to serve the Lord, just to the young brothers coming into this truth, you will lose a lot, all right? But at the end, just trust the process, because at the end there's a great reward, all right? And so be it, man. All right, don't look back. Don't let these things weigh heavy on your mind. Just continue to push and exalt the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Alright, because these things are going to happen. To see, really the Lord's testing you to see whether you're going to serve him or not. And who are you going to put forth? Alright, the scripture says that in this household we serve the Lord. Alright. But let me get it. Sirach 2:1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last ends. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." Alright? So when you come to serve the Lord, it doesn't say anything about being a piece of a cake, or easy as pie. This is when you come to serve the Lord, you going to go through them straight gates, man. That straight way. All right, that hardship, that difficulty. All right, you will have to put your flesh under subjection. They don't teach you these things in these churches, man. All right, they don't properly teach you how to truly serve the Lord. All right, they teach you how to lean on to your own understanding. The scripture speaks otherwise about that, man. All right. Because when you come to serve the Lord, you're no longer serving this world. You're no longer serving your flesh. All right. It's not about you anymore. All right. It's not about your family. It's not about making it to birthday parties, to family gatherings, to wicked holidays and all that. It's about serving the Lord. All right. Here in Chicago, we go out to teach on Saturdays. Your Saturdays are over with. No matter whether you have a family gathering, a birthday party, all those things are of the world, man. All right. And people are going to look at you sideways, man. The scripture says, "You shall be hated by all men for my name's sake." Let me get there real quick. Why? Because you're not partaking into their bullshit, man. Call all y'all Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is Matthew 10:22. "And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved." Alright? Because really, what's highly esteemed above men is an abomination to the Lord. And you're no longer partaking into their wickedness, into their abomination. You're not celebrating holidays. You're not celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Now your kids are looking at you strange. Your wife is looking at you strange. Your family's looking at you strange. Now you're growing your beard. Now you're not getting linings. You're not celebrating eating pork. People, you might that serving the Lord will and can affect your your relationship with your wife, with your family. Because now you got to go to class instead of going out to family dinner, instead of going to family outings. Now you got to go to class. Now you got to study. Now, most of the time, you're doing the studying, watching videos, doing videos, Screening Brothers videos, and all these things. Well, for the younger brothers, you're not gonna be able to a point where when you come into the camp, will be screening videos. Your videos will be getting screened, but these things is what's gonna happen. And we have to put the Lord first. All right, let me jump down to Matthew 7:37. It says, "He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. He that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it. He that loseth his life for my sake shall find it." All right, and it's not saying that to hate your father, your mother. Scripture says honor your father and mother. It doesn't say to hate your sons, your daughters, your wife, and all that. But hey, we put the Lord first. All right. When it comes to Saturday, when it comes to class, gatherings, high holy days, the Shabbat. Are you, are you gonna keep the Shabbat, or are you gonna be going off on some folly? Because your woman wants you to do. You gonna keep the Shabbat holy, or you gonna go off some folly? Are you gonna go out to eat with your family and celebrate birthdays and family outings and gatherings, or are you gonna go to class, or are you gonna go to the line? And these things, you gotta present your bodies as living sacrifice, man. And that's how we lose our life. We're no longer, this is not about us anymore. This is not, it's not about the family. Because the scripture says, "Who's my mother? Who's my father? Who's my brother? Who's my sister?" And he stretched forth his hand. He says, "He that doeth the will of my father, that's the same as my mother, my brother. That's my family, man." Because how can two walk together unless they be agreed? Your family ain't gonna deal with you once you're not partaking in all these festivities. And you gotta be prepared for that. All right, prepared to lose all these things, man. Because if your family can't get right and don't want to take heed or get in order, all right, so be it. All right, we're not gonna go ahead. Oh well, since my wife don't like me being the truth, I'm sorry, brothers. I can't come to the line. I can't come to class. It's making my kids sad that I'm no longer at home. This is only for your salvation. This is for their salvation, man. We have a job to do. We have watchmen. All right. This is not about us. This is all results in the name of Yahweh Shemi outside, feeding his sheep, feeding his flock. What is love? Love is a commandment. All right, this is commandments, man. All right, what he commanded us to do is to feed the flock, to be watchmen. Not to be a family man, not to try to be father of the year. And when these things come to pass, so be it, man. This is 1 Peter 4:1. "For as much then as Hamashiach then suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind, for he that suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin." Alright? The servant is not greater than his masters. We will have to go through these things, through these fire and tribulations, man. Alright? And Jake love their family. Jake love their kids. Jake love their wives. But if they want to go ahead and kick rocks, and so be it. You know, hey, that's nothing. That's a very small matter. You know, at the end of the day, hey, trust in the Lord, man. You know, don't think it's strange. The things are happening now since you're serving the Lord. Don't Now that you're losing a job, you're losing your family, all these things. You don't know the Lord's trying you, man. Hey, Job lost everything. You know, this is First Peter 4. I'm gonna jump down to 12. It says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you." And what's those strange things? Your wife leaves you, you lose your job, your family's not fucking with you, you're not eating pork, you're not celebrating holidays. All right, now you lose your friends because your friends ain't fucking with you, man. Because they of the world, they serve the woman. And they don't like that. Hey, no, brother, I think the women are equal. You don't know shit about nothing, man. But the scriptures, but each time the scripture says this is orders of things. For you bring out the First Corinthians 11. No, I don't agree with that, brother. I respect my wife. No, to hell with them, man. So be it. Now these people looking at you strange because you talking about the UFOs, so-called UFOs, or the chariots. Now you're saying that the Lord is not a white man. His name's not Jesus. His real name is Yahweh Shai. Now you talking about Israelites, and hey, to hell with them, man. They ain't dealing with it, and they don't think it's strange. Fuck them. This is verse 13. So, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. All right, and that's the point, man. But rejoice, man. Let me get This is Matthew 19 and 27. I'm going to end it off with this. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that has forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or fathers, or mothers, or wives, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. All right, so it's not just only about father, mother. It's forsaking houses, forsaking brothers, forsaking careers, forsaking everything, man. Their lives. And what's that reward? That we will receive 100-fold and shall inherit an everlasting life, man. You know? So trust the process, man. Alright, to hell with all these. Hey, matter of fact, let me get I'm gonna end it off with this. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and 1. It says, But the souls of the righteous are in the hands of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and the departure is taken from misery. All right, so in the sight of the wise, hey man, they don't understand. They think we're miserable, but really we're at peace. It's gonna say right here, matter of fact, slacking. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. All right? And as gold in the furnace has he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. Call Halon like a whole Bashim Yahushai, man. It says, And in the time of their visitations they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and the Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such be as faithful in love and abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath cared for his elect. Call low one, we be them men. Alright? So, and Derek continue, they don't look back. Alright, count everything as dung, as the scripture says. You know? And don't think it's strange, man. Alright? Trust the process. There's a reward at the end. Shalom and a blah blah blah. Long as an edifying lesson. Till next time, say shalom.